with Jamila and Sheryl Harris, known as the Harris Sisters, from the ABC hit daytime talk show, The Revolution. Yay. Combined, they lost over 180 pounds.
Oh,
wow.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You know I love you. You know I love you.
And you guys look beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, everybody wants to know, how did you do it and why now?
We've struggled for so many years with our weight, and an opportunity presented itself with the show. And I said, you know, we've tried everything, and this time is it. And we looked at each other and said, enough is enough, and our time is now to capture our lives.
Could you have done it without the show?
Well, we've been doing it without the show now,
yes.
so it's, you know, it really started in your mind. You have to make your mind up and say, enough is enough, and it's about you.
Right.
Do you write down what you eat? Do you, I mean, what is your program sort of? You go to the gym every day, I assume.
Every day.
Do you write down your food intake, or do you just know not to eat too much, or there's certain foods you eat the same things? Or?
Well, in the beginning, we were journaling every single day. We would write down everything that we put in our mouths. But now we kind of know what we are eating, and we know how many calories we should eat, so we just kind of monitor it that way. And yes, we are exercising twice a day.
Twice a day.
Twice a day. An
Yes.
hour in the morning and an hour and a half in the afternoon. So we get it in.
A lot.
Yes,
Wow.
And do you always go together?
Yes. Or except in the afternoon. In the afternoon, we kind of do our own thing. But we do meet up sometimes. But
Let me ask you guys a question. I've been following you, and one of the things you said was intriguing was when you were 200 plus pounds, I think you were 234, 249 respectively, you said you were still confident.
Yes.
And that you knew that you were beautiful. How is that? Because sometimes people equate, if you're heavy, you're not confident, you have some low self-esteem. But I'm looking at two women that defied that. Talk to our viewers out there who might be there.
I think a lot of it had to do with our parents and our family just saying you were beautiful, and I believe that. And I love to dress it up. Sheryl and I would dress it up, and I think it comes from the inside out. And when you respect yourself and feel great about yourself, other people will respect you. And so for me, I just held my head high, and I was, you know, big and sexy. Really good. And that's how I felt, but I feel so much better now.
That is amazing. Now, do people treat you differently, especially men, since you've lost the weight?
well, you know, people do look at us a little bit differently. They, you know, they're more prone to coming and starting conversations with us. I think it has to do with we feel more confident with ourselves, and we're more healthy, and we're holding our head up a little bit higher than before. So people can, you know, most definitely feel that, you know, and we have always been, you know, positive people, but now when you exercise, you're always happy. And so people, you attract good people, and so it's been a really good experience.
Yes. What about the men?
Well.
Because you know the ladies at home are like, woo, what about the men?
So you're both single, I
Yes,
take
we
it.
are. We're both
We're
single.
both single, but you know, we've been dating and getting out more, and when we exercise, we meet different people. You know, in the atmospheres that we go in now, so at the gym, we meet people on hikes, so it's just been great.
Right.
Might not be single for long.
Right.
Huh?
Exactly.
Hopefully not.
You're probably inspiring your friends and your family to follow in your footsteps.
Yes.
Yes.
And now we have friends that are jumping on board,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
great.
on the bandwagon. We're walking with them. So instead of talking on the phone, I'm like, come with me, come on a hike, walk with me, you know, jog, come to Zumba with me. So we're not just always sitting or going to restaurants and eating. No, we're actually being active and, you know, getting up and exercising.
So you're real role models out there in the world,
Yeah,
and that's great.
We've let people know that it's not a diet.
Right.
It's a lifestyle
Absolutely.
change.
Lifestyle
I think that's
change.
really important, so they can see that.
So, having my own weight loss recently, is your goal driven by weight? Is it driven by dress size, or is it driven how you feel physically? What when you reach your goal, or have you reached your goal, and what's the deciding factor behind that?
I haven't reached my goal, and it's a combination of all those things.
Okay.
And it's just the way I feel in the morning, and just after working out, I'm like, I love this feeling. And a trainer told me there's nothing that will taste as good as compliments feel.
know that's right.
And I love it. I love it. I love it.
Do you have a trainer, or do you do it on your own as far as your routine at the gym?
We're doing it on our own now, but in the beginning to jumpstart, we did have a trainer. So.
I see them every morning at 5 o'clock. They are dedicated. Ladies, what advice would you give out there to women who, and I love what you say, Jamila, you're spot on, it's not a diet,
Right.
Right.
who have made the decision, it starts with your mind, to change their life. What advice would you give them?
I would think most definitely get someone who you can pair up with, who can keep you accountable. Working out with a person who you can talk to is wonderful. You know, we train with Stacey in the morning. She motivates us. We motivate each other. And then every day is a new day. So if you mess up one day, just don't say, okay, that's it. start your next day with a fresh mind, fresh headset, and you say, you know what, I'm going to do it.
Do you ever have a treat? I mean, do you
Yes.
have desserts from time to time?
Yes,
Yeah.
you don't want to completely deprive yourself because
right.
you'll just binge. So if
Right.
you want it, but it's all about moderation.
Right.
It's moderation. It's a new mindset now.
I wondered, you know, you had mentioned about, you know, it's lifestyle change. Have there been people who just couldn't get on to the new lifestyle? You know, friends who maybe, you know, you went out to restaurants with, ate certain foods with, that are like, no, I still want to do it the way I did it and the way we did it, and miss the old you.
Absolutely, and we were there. So I think if you really have to work with the person where they are. It's like that person in the relationship. Until they're ready to leave, you can't help them. So until you are really ready, come back to me when you really want to do this. And in the meantime, we're just going to continue eating healthy.
What's the one thing that you can do now that you couldn't do previous to losing the weight?
I could never run. I ran a 5K, and I was never a runner in my life. I was not, you know, active at all. And I think completing a 5K really, you know, just did it for me. It opened my eyes, like, wow, I really am changing, you know, everything about myself.
Wow.
So.
And Jamila?
Getting up at 4:30 in the morning to be at the gym at 5. I'm not a morning person, so now I am really excited about getting up. It starts my day with prayer, you know, reading and meditating and getting to the gym. That's how I start my day.
It probably gives you energy for work, too.
Yes, it does.
Probably
And you
feel
know,
better every day.
Jamila, you have an amazing story. I saw that you actually skydived.
Yes.
That was something
my
that
God, you went
I
skydiving?
went skydiving.
That's a big
Oh, my
change.
goodness gracious.
It was. You know, at 246, I was 246 before I started, and there was a weight requirement. You couldn't be more than 240.
Oh, wow.
So that was just one thing that I said I really want to do, and I'm not sure I'll do it again, but I can cross that off. I can cross that off the list. Absolutely.
So before we leave, what's next for the Harris sisters, and where can our viewing audience find you?
Well, we are on Facebook. You can find me at Jamila Harris, and we love just trying to inspire and motivate other women and men as well. We've been contacted by men and women, and just tell people they can do it. It's dedication, it's commitment, but you can do it. So.
And I think they might be trying to contact you for a date.
That's probably true.
We love long walks on the beach.
Thank you so very much for
Thank
joining
you,
us.
ladies, for
Love
having
you
us.
guys, and
Amazing
thank you
job.
for living your dream and for your commitment.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you guys so much. This was awesome.
That's
Great
great.
job.
Good job.